Every family has a bum-ass uncle named Scar who sleeps on the couch at his mummy's house. Make it make sense because it makes sense to me. Let me repeat that one more time, people. Every family has a bum-ass uncle named Scar who sleeps on the couch at his mummy's house. People, can I rant to you? It's time for my regular scheduled rant on how every family has a bum-ass uncle named Scar who sleeps on the couch at his mummy's house. Jesus, Mary, and of course Joseph. People, we can learn a lot from Lion King. Lion King is my favorite Disney film, people, because we can learn so much from it. The Lion King is a timeless classic because it tells a universal story about life, people. It tells a story about growth, loss, responsibility, and self-discovery, things that resonate across generations. People, Simba's journey reflects the universal struggles we all go through, running from pain, finding identity, and embracing the purpose, making the story both relatable and meaningful. People, stories like this endure because they offer wisdom about life through the characters and their challenges. People, we can learn about love, loss, courage, growth, helping us understand ourselves and the world. People, it also teaches us that every family has a bum-ass uncle named Scar who sleeps on the couch at his mummy's house. The useless uncle. You ever notice how every family got that one uncle? You know the one I'm talking about. The Uncle Scar of the family, the one who just shows up where there's free food because he's a bum ass, he's a bitch ass, he can't cook for himself, so he needs to come to his mummy's house for free food. He needs other people to cook for him because he can't cook. The bum ass uncle named Scar never brings anything for anybody, can't do nothing for nobody because he's useless, can't buy his nieces or nephews anything for their birthdays or Christmas because he's got no goddamn money in his goddamn pocket because he's a useless bum ass uncle. People, he's that uncle that shows up with his hungry belly and want people to feed him because he can't feed his goddamn self. He's that uncle that buys the cheap shit for everybody. He buys the nice shit for himself, but he likes to buy the cheap chicken. You know that uncle that buys the cheap chicken because he's a bum ass and he's got no goddamn money to buy the expensive shit. The one that calls himself family but wouldn't lift a finger unless there's something in it for him. The bum-ass uncle named Scar who sleeps on the couch at his mummy's house. People, let's talk about Scar for a second. Disney's prime example of the useless uncle, the bum-ass uncle. This man, or should I say the lion, had one job: be a uncle. Be supportive, be cool, maybe play with Simba every once in a while, teach him how to roar. But no, Scar is the bum-ass uncle who sleeps on the couch at his mummy's house. And you stink as well. Whoever's watching this, hope you turn the volume up so I can let that bitch-ass bum-ass uncle who sleeps on the couch at his mummy's house, that you stink. You stink, your feet stink. He like marinades in his stink and stinks up the house. It's so embarrassing when you have other people come around to the house and they see this bitch ass bum ass uncle named Scar sleeping on the couch at his mummy's house. You fucking Peter Pan, man. People, do you know what a Peter Pan is? A Peter Pan is a bitch ass bum ass uncle who sleeps on the couch at his mummy's house. Shit. Don't get me funny, people. Instead of stepping up and being a wise uncle, you know what Scar does? He plots because he's a bitch ass. He plots, he manipulates, he literally teams up with the hyenas, the flipping pagans, the ups people because he's a bum ass bitch ass uncle named Scar who sleeps on the couch at his mummy's house. I bet you have a bum ass uncle who always got something to say but never nothing to contribute because he's a dummy and he stinks. And guess what, people? He's that bum ass that sleeps on his mummy's couch in his mummy's house because he's useless. Jesus, Mary and Joseph, the one that always gives you life advice, always running his gums, but yet he's the bum ass who never had a job in decades and he stinks. He sleeps on the couch in his mommy's house because he's a bum ass bitch. People, just because they are called your uncle don't mean they're your uncle. Make it make sense because it makes sense to me. Let me repeat that one more time. Just because they are called uncle don't mean they're your uncle. Being an uncle is an honor, people. It's a title. You're supposed to show up, be a mentor, be a protector, maybe slip your nephew or nieces a little cash here and there when the parents aren't looking. You're meant to be supportive. You're supposed to be the fun one, the wise one, the one with the good stories and the bad jokes. But people, let me tell you something. Every family has a bum ass uncle named Scar who sleeps on the couch at his mommy's house because he's a bitch ass human being. People, Scar failed the assignment, and so does every real life Scar out there. If you got one uncle, that bum ass uncle, the one who talks a big game, the big cock of Hilltop, you look like a cocky twat. I hope this volume is so high that the bitch ass uncle that sleeps on his mommy couch can hear me, you bum ass, you stink. Sorry, people, getting a bit carried away. Oh, people, I had to get that off my chest, my lord. If there's no audience to rant to, the rant won't be ranting. The rant has been ranted. Let there be peace in the galaxy. And people,
tell your friends about me.